again, old house lovers around the world. Thanks for coming back to the Virginia Picker channel to watch another episode. This is Tom Fretz, the Virginia Picker over here in Southampton County, Virginia. I thought this might be a good time to bring you up to date on a project that I've been working on for, about 17 years now, believe it or not. I purchased this old house in 2007, possibly early 2008. It was a foreclosure house from a federal HUD loan, and it was in bad shape. So we got to work on the house, and wasn't long after that the real estate market here locally crashed, as well as many markets around the country. So I quit working on it and just held it for the next 15 or 16 years up until last summer. When I purchased the house, it was just one level. There was no second level. But the first level had 10-foot ceilings, so after we took all the contents of the house out and did all the demo, we dropped the ceiling height to an 8-foot ceiling downstairs, which gave us a larger attic space upstairs. So we added 3 bedrooms and a bathroom and a large closet space up there. We also replaced the roof at that time and added all new windows, vinyl insulated windows, and removed all of the old wiring and plumbing, the heating system, all of the interior finishes, all of the insulation. Got down to bare bones and started over. So when you're doing a project like this, obviously it's helpful to have a set of plans, and most municipalities, including Southampton County, will require you to have a set of plans showing all of the changes that will be made. So these plans were drawn up, which include elevations of all 4 sides of the house, a footing plan that shows all the footings, the foundation walls, all of the piers, the framing on each level, and how the walls will be constructed, the structural details, as well as the layout of the inside of the house, the size of the windows, so that the windows will be large enough to escape the house in case of an emergency, and all of those details have to be compiled together and submitted to the county in order to get a building permit. So all of that was done right after the original purchase, and we began work in 2008, and then after a 15 or 16 year hiatus from the work on the house, we had to apply for and receive another permit in order to restart the work and get us to the point where we are right now. I'm planning to walk you around through the interior of the house in this video, but just so you can conceptualize it, looking at the plan here, the front door to the house is on the bottom of that page. As you come in the front door, you have a large open space in front of you, including an area to your right, and then on the left you have a separate room which can be a library or TV room. So as you go around the room in clockwise fashion around the perimeter, you have the library there on the bottom left, then you have the kitchen. Directly to the right of the kitchen is the utility room. To the right of that is the master bathroom, and the addition on the back on the right is the master bedroom. And at the 3 o'clock position there, you see the stairwell to the upstairs, and you also see the downstairs bath. This is the floor plan for the upstairs. You can see the stairwell there on the right at the 3 o'clock position, and you see 3 bedrooms there surrounding a center hallway and a closet. One change that was made is in the center of that picture to the right of the hallway was originally a bathroom, and we had to move the bathroom because there was not enough room in the original location to house a full bathroom. So we have moved it over to the bedroom that you see at the top of the page there. But plenty of large bedroom space up there, lots of windows, lots of natural lighting. The house sits on an acre of land which is partially wooded, and there are still a lot of stumps in the yard which we will have removed prior to putting it on the market. As a general contractor, I typically have 3 or 4 jobs going at the same time, and when we were working on this house, we also had other projects going on, and we would work on this renovation as time allowed. And we still do the same thing, so we may be over there working for a few days or a week and then pull off for a period of time to work on jobs for customers and then go back to this renovation when we have time. So when you work that way, it takes a long time for my pet projects to get to the point of completion. Hey, Tom Fretz, Virginia Picker, over here in Southampton County at one of my projects I have going on right now. Renovation of an old house, probably from the 30s. Bought this house about 16 years ago and started to work on it until the recession of '08, and I stopped working and just started again recently. So this is long overdue, but I believe this house is going to be beautiful when it's finished. So you can see originally it had shakes in the front gable. We have pretty much rebuilt the entire house. It had 10-foot ceilings when I bought it, and we lowered those ceilings to 8 foot so that we could build bedrooms upstairs. And we put a new roof on it originally, but it has been so long that we are now replacing the roof and going to get started on the siding soon. And we are getting ready to replace the roof right now, and after that we will install new cedar shakes in the gables and a metal roof across the gables. It looks like copper, but it's actually metal. And then we will do board and batten vinyl siding. We just built a new deck here on the back, and things are looking good. Starting on our copper trim over here today. On the gable ends, got a few friends helping me. They are also still working on the roof replacement. But as you can see, we've had some snow, and it was about 25 this morning, but it's warming up fast. Got the roof going on. Installing some copper look tin metal fascia trim, which will go all the way around the house in one form or another. So far now, this past year, we have installed all of the heating and cooling units and ductwork, and done all of the plumbing and wiring. And all of those systems have passed the inspection. The framing, the foundation, all of the systems have passed inspection from the county, and we're just about ready to install the insulation, and we're also looking forward to installing the vinyl siding to complete the exterior. I put a block of wood up there and they were trying to build a nest. So now they're trying to figure out what to do. Let's see if they can knock it down. Hey you're gonna have to move. Go somewhere else. Build a nest somewhere else. You're gonna have to go somewhere else, buddy. So when I thought they were thinking they were gonna move, what he was thinking was, I can build here. I kind of like this. So I decided to add a copper band under the cedar shakes at all of the gables where it did not have a water table, which is the copper colored roofing right there, the metal roofing. Any place where we have that, I also wanted to add something under the smaller gables, which are this one and the two dormers. And then we will install a piece of J channel for the siding up under that copper piece, and then all of this will be sage colored board and batten siding, which is currently right here. Just got to get it out from under there and get it on the wall, hopefully soon. So I'll give you a little tour of the inside. So far we have completed the roofing, the framing, installed all the windows and doors. We've received inspections and passed inspection for all of the framing, the HVAC, which is the heating and cooling, and the plumbing and wiring. This is obviously the front entrance, large hardwood floor that was original. We've done some repairs to it, but it was original to the house. And as you can see, we've still got a lot of work to do. Next step would be insulation, and then the sheetrock, and then the cabinets, and the trims, and the painting, and the flooring. So we've still got a lot of work to do, but slowly getting there between other projects. We work on this when we have time, but I need to get it done and get it sold. So originally I was planning to use some old cabinets that I had, some salvage cabinets, but now that I'm getting close to the end and everything else will be looking so new and so good, I believe I'm going to purchase some new cabinets. So when you come in the front door, to your right will be kind of a sitting area. Probably will have a television on that wall to the left, and this will just be a sitting area. These metal brackets will be for dimmable LED lighting, quite a few of those throughout the entire project. So there will be lighting around the perimeter of each area and then a ceiling fan in the middle of each area. So this will just basically be a sitting room, the front room. As you come in the front door, over to your left will be a all-purpose room that can be used for a bedroom, a den, a library, TV room, recreation room, kind of all-purpose in here. This is where the plumber has been operating from. There's some of the flooring that we were using to repair the hardwood in the entry area. So this room will be thinking television here. Got lots of daylight in here. Straight across, you can see the tub. That will be a hall bathroom, but it'll be a full bath. And then the stairwell, we'll have a closet under the stairwell. That direction goes back to the master bedroom, and then the stairwell to go up the steps on the right there. And this area would be the dining area because the kitchen is over there to the right. Utility room in the back there, but this would be the dining area. 4 LEDs on the ceiling and then a fan light combination. Over here would be the kitchen area. Sink right there under the window. Range hood and range on this wall centered, and refrigerator here in this corner. Cabinets all along the walls, so this should be real nice. Here's the utility room with all of the wiring and the electrical panel. We'll have a utility tub in the corner and a washer dryer over here. Then as we move around to the master bedroom area, this will be the master bedroom. Of course, that looks like the bed wall to me, and a closet here, doorway out onto the deck. There's also a doorway to the deck from the utility room, which would be like the mudroom type area as you come in there. But this room will be the master bath, which will have a vanity right here, large walk-in shower there. Good size. So leaving the master bedroom out into the public area is the stairwell. Of course, this will have a handrail going up the steps, and at the top of the steps there will be a railing turning back to the wall on the right. The upstairs has 3 bedrooms, a full bath, large closet, and mechanical room. This is the largest bedroom. Being a story and a half, you have the roof slope here to contend with, but we will have seating area in front of each of the windows in each of the upstairs rooms, closet space on both sides of each window, lots of storage area behind the knee walls. So this is the largest of the 3 bedrooms. Coming back out into the hallway, you see the window over the stairwell. There will be a hanging pendant light over the stairwell. This room, first room here, would be the closet area, and this would be the next bedroom. Pretty much the same setup, LED lighting, ceiling fan combination, closet on both sides of each window, bench seat in front of each window. This room has a dormer that matches the one over the stairwell, and then a door into the mechanical room. Lots of daylight in this room as well. And this is the front of the house. That's the half round or arched top window that you see from the front. And heading back over toward the stairwell, this would be the 3rd bedroom. Originally, the bathroom, which is here, was scheduled to be in what is now the closet, but we ran out of space because the HVAC unit was longer than I had anticipated, and so we had to take up some of the bathroom area to contain the HVAC unit. So because of that, we had to move the bathroom to this bedroom, which was a nice large bedroom but has become smaller now. But I like this setup better because the bathroom is nice and large. So we have a tub. The walls will be tiled, so you'll have the shower. There's the shower head. So you'll have a tub shower unit there, all tiled. Of course, the toilet there. And vanity on that wall. I'll be installing a tankless water heater, gas fired, in that closet there, but this closet will still be available for bath towels and linens and things like that. So back out into the small bedroom, once again you have the window seat, huge window, closet area, and then attic space behind the knee walls. So it's a very large upstairs. And I think it's going to be beautiful. When I purchased this house, it was a one-level house with an attic and had 10-foot ceilings. So I decided to lower the ceilings down here to 8 foot so that I could put 3 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs. So basically doubled the square footage of the property. It was quite a job to take out all of the ceiling. I added in these LVLs, which are the thicker components that you see there, the deeper ones, and then the ceiling joists, which are the second floor joists, are tied into the LVL components. And we did all of that so that we could get bedrooms on the second floor. So it was quite a framing project, and you can see there's been a lot of framing modification to the entire building. So let's go out on the deck. Nice, very large deck. Small set of steps here because this is the driveway side. So this would be the point where you would pull up and bring your groceries up this set of steps and into the mud room, utility room, and then on right into the kitchen, which is just on the other side of that wall. So we have lighting, which these lights were installed too low, these light blocks. So I'm going to move those up another foot or so, but you've got a nice big deck with a door going into the utility room there and going into the master bedroom over there. We've still got a little bit of building materials and equipment out here on the deck, but it's a big, beautiful deck, and it's going to make a great place to hang out and relax. I also love the way these shakes turned out up in the gables. I think that just adds a lot to the house. So you may have noticed in some of the older pictures that there were old shake shingles in the gable that were painted green, and then when I first bought the house we put a coat of white on there. I was planning to leave those on there because they were original, but after we had installed the shakes in the gables around the remainder of the house and they looked so good, I decided to take the original ones off and install these in the front gable here. And you can see we cut some of the cedar shakes into a point, and some we rounded for a fish scale look, and we matched the ones on the main gable to the ones on the porch, or vice versa. Did the main gable first and then did the porch roof to match it, just for a little added texture and a little extra visual interest. And we still need to add one piece of trim right there between those two windows. We used a copper colored aluminum roofing on the water tables at the bottom of the gables all the way around the house. Thought that added a little extra cool effect to it, and planning to use the same type of metal, the same finish of metal, aluminum, on the gutters and downspouts around the house. And also hope to install the siding very soon, which will be a sage colored board and batten vinyl siding, and I think that'll look really awesome. And I'm hoping for a look something like this when it's finished. So if any of you are considering a move over to Southampton County, come on, I got a house for you. I recorded these videos at various times over the past several months, so I apologize for repeating myself here and there. I'll continue to update you as we move forward. Thanks for watching. Please join us again for the next episode, and until then, enjoy the journey.